Hi everyone, I just wanted to show you my latest project. I'm using another bamboo cutting board from the Dollar Tree, and I'm painting it in the color Java by Folk Art Paint. It's a rich dark brown. It goes on so nice and smooth. Looks so pretty. So I'm just painting the top there, and I wish I would have thought and painted all the sides, but I do that a little bit later off camera. But right now I'm just doing the top part and making sure my brush strokes are nice and smooth. And then I'm going to use my heating tool and dry that real quick. And we're going to do a crackle finish on this, and I'm super excited about it. So I want to make sure this Java is dried real well first. Thank goodness for these heating tools. They dry things pretty quick for the sake of videos. Still, it takes a little bit of time though to get it all dry. I don't know if you've used these bamboo cutting boards or not, but they're just a really great surface to work with. They're nice and smooth. And now I'm going to put a generous layer of Mod Podge all over it. I make sure every little bit is touched with the Mod Podge. And I want to make sure I have a generous layer because it'll make the crackle that much better. And I'm not going to dry it. I'm going to put my paint on while this is still wet. And so you want to make your brush strokes going mostly in the same direction as your Mod Podge. So I'm using the Adirondack White from Folk Art and giving it a pretty generous layer of paint. Again, going all my brush strokes going up and down. And this is where the fun happens. I get my heating tool and give it a good dry, and as it starts drying, it starts crackling. Can't quite see it yet, I'm sure, but in a moment here, they'll start showing some crackles. There's some coming out. There they are. I love this look. It looks old and weathered. And I'm going to use a rub-on transfer on top of this. So I'm going to put Mod Podge layer on top once it's dry. Normally I would not put another layer of Mod Podge on, and I would probably even sand this a little bit and smooth it out. But since I'm doing a rub-on transfer, I thought it'd be better to have the paint sealed in there, and hopefully it wouldn't peel up. But as you watch and see, when I'm pulling up my rub-on transfer, it does pull up a tiny bit of my paint still, even with the Mod Podge layer on it. But that's okay, we can fix it. So just giving it another quick dry, making sure that Mod Podge is completely dry. And honestly, I probably should have let it dry a little more, and I think that's why a little bit of the paint did come up. So I'm setting it aside for a moment, and I'm going to make my my bow. I'm using my little mini bow dabra and using strips of fabric that I've torn apart. These are little ticking fabrics. Got some red and some black, and I decided to have some twine in there too. Had these pieces already sitting there cut, so I'm using those, just going back and forth. I'd put one more of the red ticking on top. And there, sugar got twisted. Then I'm bringing up the ends and tying it in a knot, and then I'll turn it over and tie it in a bow and leave the bow on there with the rest of the fabric bow. And I'll set that aside because I'm not quite ready to put that on yet. I'm going to work with the rub-on transfer now. So I'm using these two little roosters together. Got these on Amazon. They're in a farmhouse or farm style, bunch of roosters and chickens and eggs and really cute ones. So I'm putting these down towards the bottom. And I'm just using my little scraper tool that I got at the Dollar Tree and just adhering the whole image down as well as I can before I start pulling up. And it is this set that I bought is really extra sticky, so I think that's another problem why it pulled up a little bit of my paint. But I just slowly start pulling it up, and if I can see it's pulling up some of the transfer, then I lay the plastic back down and just keep rubbing it till it sticks to my surface. And like I said, it's really sticky, but it works. Just keep rubbing and pulling little by little. And there we go. Looks really nice. And I thought I would just keep this project pretty simple. So I'm just going to glue some twine at the top. I'm just going to go around it. I think I go around it 3 times. Make 3 rows of twine. Just putting a little dot of glue every now and then, and then one last one to just to hook it on there for good. And I think that looks really cute. And then I'm going to put my bow, after I flare it out and cut tails where needed, I'm going to put it on the top left side of that plaque of the sign. Just hot glue it onto that twine there. Then I have a little wood heart button that I'm going to glue in the middle and a little tag. And I glued the button down first and then realized I should have put the little tag down first, but we make it work. So I made these little tags, and this one says Rise and Shine, and it measures about 2 inches by 1 inch. And I used my little corner rounder punch and rounded the corners, put my little thin twine in it, and then cut it real short, and then I lift up the button and stick the twine in there and a little bit more glue and just kind of arrange it and put it where I need it and trim some more pieces where needed. And I think this project turned out really cute. It's very farmhouse style, great for kitchens or dining area. And that's it for this project. Please consider giving me a like and a subscribe. I would just love to have you follow my channel. And thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it.